There is a timeless library of wisdom hidden within you, holding stories and lessons from the past, stories that yearn to shed light on who you are today. Even if you've never considered the notion of past lives, there's a remarkable power in exploring the spiritual threads that run through your existence. When we gently open ourselves to these possibilities, we find missing pieces of our healing puzzle. This journey isn't about chasing old ghosts or dwelling on regrets. It's about retrieving lost fragments of our own strength, courage, and purpose. If you've ever felt a nudge that your current challenges might be woven into the fabric of something larger, you are in the right place. What if certain emotional triggers in the present have roots in distant times or ancestral imprints? Imagine each experience, past or present, gifting you the chance to reclaim self-love and personal freedom. The past holds valuable insights, not to trap us in guilt or sorrow, but to illuminate unseen reasons behind our current struggles. Whether these experiences stem from childhood or a realm beyond linear time, the longing to understand them springs from your soul's deep desire to heal and grow, and you are worthy of that healing. Consider this moment as an invitation to look behind the curtain of what you see on the surface of your life. Instead of merely focusing on present obstacles, you might discover a vast reservoir of clarity waiting to guide your path. By opening yourself to this perspective, you bring fresh wisdom and compassion to your daily routines, relationships, and inner dialogues. You start recognizing how past patterns can become blessings when approached with gentle awareness. In the sections ahead, we will venture into how you can uncover, confront, and heal aspects of yourself possibly shaped by distant memories or inherited energies. You will learn tools and techniques, both time-honored and newly popular in the self-help world, to access your heart's deepest truths. Along the way, affirmations will serve as soothing reminders of your innate capacity to rise above old storylines. Each practice will be grounded in kindness, because real transformation blossoms when we embrace ourselves wholeheartedly. Let's begin this journey by honoring your bravery, embracing the wisdom of your past, wherever it comes from, requires a heart full of courage and a spirit eager for freedom. With every breath, you can choose to step more fully into who you truly are. So let's step together into this realm of self-discovery, guided by love, curiosity, and the unwavering understanding that your life is a gift. Even the chapters before this present moment carry treasures that can help you thrive. Ready? Let's take this first step into the deeper tapestry of your soul. The idea of past lives can stir both fascination and doubt, yet it has persisted in many cultures for centuries. At its core lies the understanding that life is an ongoing journey, a continuous thread woven through various times and places. For some, it's literal, the soul re-inhabiting different bodies across different eras. For others, it represents symbolic truths carried from our ancestors, deep emotional imprints passed along through generations. In either view, the heart of the matter remains the same. The past impacts our present, often in subtle ways. Sometimes you might notice recurring themes in your life. Perhaps you encounter the same types of relationships, or a particular fear surfaces, even when circumstances don't logically explain it. These patterns can be a mirror of lessons unfinished, a gentle nudge that there is more to learn and release. By paying attention to these recurring life themes, you can shine a light on areas waiting to be healed. This isn't about blame or shame. It's an invitation to see how you might have woven the same story threads repeatedly without knowing why. A related concept is collective wisdom, sometimes referred to as the inheritance of ancestral experiences. Even if you don't subscribe to literal reincarnation, the truth remains that many of our beliefs and emotional responses are shaped by family history and societal patterns. Imagine how your grandparents' joys and sorrows might quietly color your outlook on life. The tension they never resolved, or the love they never fully expressed, could echo in your own behavior. Recognizing these echoes frees you to make conscious choices, to continue certain legacies, or to break free. In recent years, there's been an upswing in conversations around ancestry and generational healing. Practices like family constellation workshops or epigenetic research draw parallels to what was once considered purely spiritual. This intersection between modern science and age-old spiritual teachings offers fresh validation for those who sense a tug from beyond personal experiences. By exploring how generational traumas or beliefs might trickle down, we start building bridges to deeper compassion and resilience in our own lives. Think of it this way: your heart yearns to be whole, to reconcile what was and what is. When we muster the courage to look backward, whether to our own earlier years or to ancestral roots, we set the stage for newfound self-understanding. We clear the debris of old grudges, regrets, or traumas, allowing fresh air to circulate in our emotional landscape. This is an act of liberation and self-empowerment. Understanding that your present challenges could be shaped by collective patterns or forgotten lifetimes helps you greet them with tenderness instead of frustration. The more awareness you bring to these influences, the more you free yourself to live in alignment with your truest desires. The doorway to past life or ancestral wisdom often seems concealed by day-to-day distractions and the rush of modern life. Yet, with even a little willingness, it can swing open in gentle, unexpected ways. One of the simplest methods is quiet reflection, carving out a few moments each day to sit, breathe, and let your thoughts settle. When your mind finds calm, deeper awareness can surface. You might suddenly recall an odd dream, feel an emotional echo of something you can't quite place, or notice intuitive nudges guiding you to explore a certain memory. Guided meditations focusing on past life exploration have become increasingly popular, thanks to widespread interest in holistic healing. These meditations typically involve a steady relaxation process, walking you through visualizing doors, corridors, or landscapes. As you enter each imagined space, you grant permission for buried memories or symbolic images to rise to conscious awareness. Even if you remain unsure whether these visions are literal past lives or fragments of your subconscious, what matters is the emotional insight they can offer. Often these meditations provide clarity about specific behaviors or fears, empowering you to address them with kindness. Journaling is another powerful tool to access inner knowledge. By writing without self-censorship, sometimes called stream of consciousness writing, you bypass your analytical mind and allow deeper layers of consciousness to speak. Put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard and let words flow without judging grammar, punctuation, or coherence. You may be surprised at the patterns or revelations that emerge. In the swirl of thoughts, you might catch glimpses of unresolved emotions or discover recurring symbols that point to a piece of your past, personal or ancestral, that's ripe for healing. If you resonate with more structured approaches, you may explore newly popular self-help methods that combine science and spirituality. For example, some practitioners offer quantum healing sessions or specialized regression therapies that aim to lead you back through timelines, unveiling where certain beliefs or blocks originated. Others blend energy healing modalities like Reiki or chakra balancing to clear stagnancies associated with earlier traumas. While these practices vary in style and tradition, they share a common thread. Each seeks to help you remember the aspects of your being calling for love and understanding. Throughout these explorations, your mindset matters just as much as the technique. Approach each practice with curiosity rather than impatience. If you feel anxious or resistant, remind yourself that uncovering the past is not about dwelling in pain. It's about stepping forward with awareness, reclaiming the power you might have handed over to negative beliefs or unresolved issues. An affirmation to hold close is, I am safe to discover my story. I am willing to learn and grow. In these words lies a gentle invitation to bring compassion to every memory, vision, or insight that arises. And remember, clarity unfolds in its own time. The more consistently you honor these techniques, the more likely you'll feel a transformative shift guiding you toward greater peace and purpose. Karma can be a loaded word, but think of it simply as the energetic consequences of our actions, feelings, and intentions. In spiritual traditions, karma often flows beyond one lifetime, suggesting that unresolved experiences could echo into our present. Even if the notion of multiple lifetimes doesn't resonate with you, the concept of carrying unresolved emotional energy is universal. Emotions like guilt, shame, or resentment act as weights that can hold you back from embracing the full radiance of your being. Releasing old karma begins with self-forgiveness. Whether you're forgiving yourself for mistakes in your current life or letting go of burdens from a distant past, the mechanism is the same. You choose compassion instead of condemnation. Whenever you encounter a memory that sparks regret, gently remind yourself that you were doing the best you could with the awareness you had at the time. Each challenging experience, no matter how painful, contributed to your growth. Imagine sending love to that version of yourself, love that extends through time, whispering, I see you and I set you free. One effective way to practice forgiveness is through a simple ritual. Sit quietly and picture the person or situation you wish to release. This might be someone who hurt you, or it could be your own former self. In your mind's eye, bathe that image in warm, healing light. Slowly repeat statements like, I forgive you. I release you. I allow love to heal what once caused pain. You can adapt these words however you feel comfortable. The essence is to replace bitterness with a willingness to move forward. Some individuals even find solace in writing letters they never send, pouring out every emotion on paper, and then safely burning or discarding the letter to symbolize letting it all go. While offering forgiveness to others can lift a heavy burden, don't overlook the necessity of forgiving yourself. Self-directed shame can linger, becoming a poisonous undercurrent that erodes your sense of worthiness. Every small act of self-sabotage you notice today may trace back to unhealed guilt from yesterday. By consciously deciding to see yourself through a lens of compassion, you begin unraveling threads of negativity that have been woven into your life's fabric. This unraveling doesn't happen overnight, but each moment of self-acceptance is a stitch in your new, vibrant tapestry. Spiritual teachings often stress that forgiveness doesn't excuse harmful behavior. It frees you from being controlled by it. You're not condoning the past. You're choosing liberation over perpetual bondage to painful memories. This liberation ripples into all aspects of your life, expanding your capacity for joy and peace. And, in a remarkable twist, it also shapes the future. When you release old energies, you open doors for fresh opportunities and healthier relationships. By letting go of karmic baggage, you step into a more aligned version of yourself, prepared to manifest experiences founded on love rather than fear. Affirmations are like gentle seeds planted in the fertile ground of your mind. Each time you repeat a positive statement, you nurture new growth patterns that eventually flourish into changed behaviors and perspectives. While affirmations are not a magic wand to erase all hardships, they can be a steady, transformative tool, especially when you incorporate them into a daily practice. Consistency is key. The mind thrives on repetition, and over time, these encouraging words become second nature, displacing old, limiting beliefs that may have once held you back. For exploring past life insights, you might craft affirmations that address the continuity of your spirit. Statements like, "I honor the lessons carried through my soul's journey," or "I invite healing for my past, present, and future," can deepen your inner work. Such affirmations gently guide your attention to the bigger tapestry of your existence, reminding you that healing extends beyond the boundaries of any single lifetime. You become an active participant in rewriting your story, ensuring that the next chapters reflect self-love rather than old traumas. Technology has made affirmations more accessible than ever. There are apps designed to prompt you with empowering statements throughout the day, audio recordings to listen to at bedtime, and vibrant online communities sharing daily positivity. If you enjoy creating something personal, consider recording your own voice reciting carefully chosen affirmations. Listening to your voice can be especially impactful, as it resonates with the subconscious in a uniquely convincing way. This approach aligns beautifully with new self-help trends that blend age-old practices with modern convenience. However, the real heart of affirmations lies in feeling them, not just saying them. As you speak or listen, let yourself soak in the emotional essence of each phrase. Picture your body absorbing the energy of these words. For instance, if you affirm, "I release ancestral pain and welcome deep healing," visualize threads of past hurts unraveling, replaced by streams of radiant light. Over time, this visualization weaves a sense of empowerment into your daily life. You might find that old triggers lose their edge, or you react with greater understanding and compassion to situations that once caused distress. Affirmations also pair beautifully with other practices. Say you're journaling about an old fear. Before wrapping up your entry, write an affirmation that counters that fear with hope. Or if you're meditating, begin or end your session with a few positive statements to frame your entire practice in loving energy. Think of affirmations as spiritual vitamins, offering nourishment to every layer of your being. The more you feed yourself these kind words, the more you cultivate an environment where your soul can flourish. Ultimately, you're reminding yourself and the universe that you are committed to growth, healing, and the endless expansion of your inner light. Our bodies often serve as our greatest teachers, storing memories and emotional imprints far beyond conscious recollection. A pang of tension in the chest when certain topics arise, or a sudden knot in the stomach at unexpected moments, can hint at deeper emotional layers. When working with the possibility of past life patterns, mind-body awareness becomes an even more powerful ally. By tuning into physical sensations, you can uncover hidden traumas, beliefs, or energetic imbalances that might be rooted in events long past, whether in this lifetime or elsewhere. One fundamental approach is simply pausing to notice your breath when you feel unsettled. Breathwork techniques, like slow, intentional inhalations and extended exhalations, can gently calm the nervous system. This sense of calm allows you to witness emotional triggers without being overwhelmed by them. You create a bit of spaciousness, a safe container to explore why certain situations ignite strong reactions in you. Rather than immediately shoving emotions aside, you welcome them in a controlled, compassionate manner, acknowledging that every feeling has a story to tell. Body scanning is another valuable tool. Lie down or sit comfortably and mentally travel through each part of your body, from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Pay attention to areas of tightness, tingling, or heaviness. If you encounter a spot that feels tense, breathe into it, silently offering reassurance. You might say, "I am here with you," or "I am listening." Sometimes, a specific memory or emotion arises, an indication that your body has been holding on to something significant. Gently let it surface, and if tears or deeper emotions come, know that this release is part of your healing. Recently, integrative therapies such as somatic experiencing have gained popularity, aiming to help people heal trauma through bodily awareness. While it can be profound to work with trained professionals, you can also incorporate similar principles in your personal routines. For example, if you suspect an ancestral wound related to scarcity, notice how your body reacts when discussing finances or future security. Do you tense up? Does your breathing become shallow? These physical cues offer insights into inherited anxieties. By addressing them directly, through self-talk, gentle movement, or even a supportive breath pattern, you begin to soften old limiting narratives. Over time, paying attention to your body's messages can reveal patterns that transcend your current life story. Perhaps an unexplained fear of water ties back to a subconscious impression of an event you can't logically place. Or maybe your persistent sense of guilt traces to family history rooted in shame. Through the lens of mind-body awareness, all of these discoveries become stepping stones toward wholeness. The body is not an adversary, it's a wise guide, reminding you that healing is an integrated process. Ultimately, healing emotional wounds involves patience and self-compassion. Embrace each bodily sensation as a faithful messenger, guiding you toward deeper self-knowledge. And whenever you feel doubt, remind yourself, I trust my body's innate wisdom. I welcome its messages with compassion. Through this mindset, you honor both your physical and spiritual dimensions, weaving them together in a tapestry of greater inner harmony. Gratitude can be a life changer, shifting your perspective from lack to abundance, from regret to appreciation. In the context of exploring past life influences or ancestral ties, Gratitude anchors you in the now, helping you avoid getting lost in what might feel like a labyrinth of old stories. By focusing on what's going right, on the beauty and blessings before you, you build a firm foundation from which to venture into uncharted territories of self-discovery. A simple practice is keeping a gratitude journal. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They can be as grand as a career breakthrough or as small as a kind smile from a stranger. Over time, you may notice patterns in the things you cherish, revealing deeper values and desires. This awareness can guide you to align your present actions with who you truly want to be. And when those old emotional echoes from the past arise, gratitude serves as a gentle reminder that you also have goodness and support surrounding you in the present. Mindfulness, too, has become a pillar in modern wellness culture, and for good reason. By staying present in your daily activities, feeling the sensation of water on your hands when you wash dishes, or noticing the subtle flavors in each bite of your meal, you train your mind to remain in the moment. This skill is especially valuable if you're exploring past life insights, because it prevents you from becoming overwhelmed or detached from everyday life. Mindfulness keeps you grounded, ensuring that while you may look back for wisdom, you still have your feet firmly on the ground of now. Together, gratitude and mindfulness weave an unbreakable net of awareness and appreciation. You might already see these practices popping up in various self-help trends, from apps that prompt daily gratitude lists to mindfulness retreats that teach people how to slow down. This surge of interest isn't just a fad, it's an evolution of consciousness, a collective yearning to live more meaningfully. And it aligns beautifully with the notion that our past, whether personal or ancestral, can inform the present in a positive way when approached with an attitude of openness and thankfulness. You don't have to overhaul your life to incorporate these habits. Start small. Perhaps each morning you take 5 mindful breaths before rushing to your phone. Or each night you jot down a few words of thanks before sleeping. The key is consistency, not perfection. Over weeks and months, these tiny mindful actions accumulate, creating a shift in how you perceive and experience life. When gratitude becomes your lens, you transform lessons from the past into pearls of wisdom for the present. It's like discovering a hidden spring of fresh water, always there, but only now tapped. Embrace this chance to nourish your spirit daily and watch as your entire inner world begins to bloom. Self-love isn't merely an ideal, it's an active, ongoing practice that enriches every moment of your life. When delving into past life insights, self-love becomes the glue that holds your discoveries together, ensuring that revelations about old wounds or ancestral ties don't pull you into self-judgment. Instead, you learn to cradle each newly uncovered story in gentleness, acknowledging that every thread of your history has shaped you into the magnificent person you are today. One beloved ritual is mirror work. Stand before a mirror, look into your own eyes, and speak words of kindness. It may feel awkward at first. Your mind might protest, bringing up insecurities or doubts. But persist gently. Offer statements like, "I see you, and I accept you just as you are." This face-to-face encounter can be one of the most transformative methods for dissolving negative self-talk. Over time, the reflection staring back at you will feel less like a stranger and more like a dear friend deserving of love. Visualization is another potent practice. Close your eyes and imagine a soft light emanating from your heart center, enveloping your entire body. Feel this light expand, lovingly touching every cell, every memory, even those hidden deep within your subconscious. In this glowing field of self-love, picture any hurtful past influences gently dissolving. You might even see them as shadowy shapes scattering into the light. After a few minutes, you can affirm, "I am whole, I am worthy, and I choose love." This simple visualization can be done whenever you need a boost of comfort or confidence. Journaling complements these rituals well. Write letters of self-appreciation, acknowledging traits you admire. If you've discovered potential past life connections, perhaps a recurring dream or a strong emotional tie to a certain historical period, use your journal to express gratitude for the strengths you suspect you carried through time. Did you once exhibit courage in the face of adversity? Do you sense an ancient capacity for compassion in your spirit? Celebrate these qualities as part of your present-day superpowers. It can be fun and meaningful to turn self-love into a small ceremony each day. For instance, light a candle to symbolize the flame of your inner wisdom and growth. Or place a hand over your heart when you wake up, whispering an affirmation that you're open to self-compassion. The secret is consistency. Just as you wouldn't expect a plant to thrive without regular watering, self-love needs routine nourishment. By intertwining these simple rituals into your life, you sustain an environment of healing and empowerment. You honor the journey you've walked, even the twists and turns you can't fully remember, and affirm your readiness to evolve into an even brighter future. Standing at the edge of your personal history can be both exhilarating and daunting. Every moment spent exploring past life echoes or ancestral imprints is a testament to your courage. You've journeyed through notions of old karma, emotional release, and body-centered awareness. You've touched on forgiveness, affirmations, and daily mindfulness, all to piece together a more complete mosaic of your true self. This is no small feat. Even the decision to read or listen to these ideas signals a profound willingness to learn, heal, and grow. Yet it's important to remember that you don't have to become an expert in any of these areas overnight. The path to deeper self-understanding is ongoing, a soft unraveling rather than a sudden leap. What matters is your openness, your promise to show up for yourself each day, even if it's just a few moments of heartfelt intention or reflection. Each act of self-love, no matter how small, ripples outward, attracting new opportunities and drawing in people who resonate with your blossoming spirit. Consider how the pieces fit together. Delving into the past fosters compassion, affirmations shift mindsets, and mindfulness keeps you anchored in the present. Gratitude reminds you of life's blessings, while self-forgiveness lightens the load of any burdens you've carried for far too long. And though the journey is yours alone, the reverberations of your healing contribute to the collective consciousness. By liberating yourself from the shackles of guilt or fear, you inspire others to believe in the possibility of their own transformation. So as you move forward, keep a tender promise close to your heart that you will greet each revelation, whether from a distant memory or a recent insight, with understanding, not judgment. Let your affirmations become daily companions, gently steering you toward the life you desire. Let your rituals of self-love be simple yet meaningful, shining a light in moments of doubt. And whenever you feel overwhelmed, return to your breath, anchoring yourself in the safety of the present moment. As a final affirmation, whisper to yourself, I honor my story in all its layers. I welcome healing from the past, and I trust that every day brings me closer to the love and peace I deserve. In these words, you acknowledge both the mysteries that shaped you and the radiant potential that lies ahead. The road of self-discovery doesn't end here. In many ways, it's just beginning. May you walk forward with compassion for who you've been, gratitude for who you are, and excitement for who you're becoming. You have all that you need and more within you right now. Embrace the journey, knowing you are guided, cherished, and endlessly capable of creating a life filled with warmth and self-love.